Okay, so welcome back. Let me uh, welcome you back to today's class. Last two classes, we started with introduction to Power BI, which is a new tool that we want to learn on data analysis. Like I said, the BI in the context stands for business intelligence, which in other way we call it business analysis also, or business uh, intelligence analysis, BIA. So we learn some basic data cleaning using Power Query. Then we move to data modeling, where we create relationship between columns, how to create relationship between them, and we also learn how to create some dash function and how to create some visuals, how to do some little formatting, and so on and so forth. So we were able to create this dashboard in the first class, and we also introduced uh, sliders, choose on sliders, and we see how they interact with our visual. So, which means that we can easily see, you can track our sales 2015, even 2015 sales or 2016 sales. Okay, all we want to see our sales, we want to see the sales from uh, the partial singles alone, from single, married, and sorry, this is a married, okay, this is a married, this is single, so and so on and so forth. So now you can see the difference between when you use slicer and when you use slicer, it's going to give you the exact what is left only. See that we've selected 2015 or 2016 and see is that. But when you use a slicer, when you use any visual slicer, you can see that it will just gray out some other part of it that doesn't belong to that category. So that is the difference between this filter and using the real slicer for your analysis. Now, so I'm going to clear all the slicer here now for now, and let's open a fresh new page. So we are going to start with some of the other tools that we have on the top here. Okay, in last week I promised that we're going to do some things like, okay, let's quickly see how some other things work. Let me delete all this. Let me click on let's look at talk about this with okay, let's look at combo chart. Let's look at combo chart and see leadership how to use the combo tool. So in combo chart we have, it means we have two we have x and y axis, and we also have a line chart. We have two y axes. One will stand for y and for the column chart, and the other one for line chart. Remember, in Excel, you create the kind of the cluster column and you can change one for line chart. Or you can go straight down and pick on combo chart. Then you select which item goes for column and which one goes for line chart. But in Power BI, so we have the same thing. So let's quickly look at our total sales and then let's compare using two things. Now we're going to use let's look at let's compare total sales by um, education level, the mm, and let's look at this education. So we can bring, we have this icon, this, and we have total sales. see the 6 on x-axis. Wait, let me remove everything. That's yours. I clear everything. Let me clear everything first. Have a combo chart. Okay, let's use let's pick. Let's use the customer card or any of one. Use any of these or different level or any of these. Pick them. Then we want to compare. Let's compare the total sales by the number of customers. So we can bring. So let's see the relationship between them, and let's use a year or month to do this. Let's look at month. I think month will go for something because since you will use line chart more for trend. I will not use the entire. So it doesn't look like the first one we did. I will just pick the month on the month name, so we can see the month name. The month name. Oh, something is missing here. Something is wrong there. While this is working fine, the number of sales is working well, but the customer remains static. Why? Because there is no relationship between the date, the calendar date, and the customer table. There's no relationship between the calendar date. Let's check here. So that is why we are getting the same result. Customer and calendar. I see that there's nothing that connects them, that relates them together. They have nothing in common. So it means that we cannot analyze our calendar by customers. Now, let's look at another thing we can use. I think quantity sold might be good. We want to see relationship between the sales. Is it the more the sales go that this other one works? Let's check. Let's go back to the visual page and let's remove the customer from here. And sorry, yeah, that function. Okay, I'm going to remove this. Let's use the total quantity sold. So we can see both of them on the y-axis. So you can see this one here, down here. So I can pick it and take it down. So what we have done now is that we want to compare the number of sales we made and the number of quantity sold. Is it the more quantity we sold, the more sales we made? So that is what this is saying. So you can see that this column represents our sales, while this represents what our quantity sold. Is that clear? So you can see even at this month we have a very low quantity or so. We only sold down to around 1 at this month, and we have sales of 1.3 million. While in this month we sold 6,000 quantity, and we have relatively around the same amount of sales. So which means that perhaps we sold more of high-end product or luxury product in this month. Where we sold a little, and we had so much sales for that month. Now, there's something that is I think you observe there. You can see this type from John. This is a typical way by which Power BI will show you visuals. Especially when it comes to column chart, line chart, and bar chart. It will either arrange them in the order of descending order or ascending order. Are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
It will either be in descending order or descending order. But you know, both of us will know. Okay, both of us know that you don't present something like this as a visual. You can't start with June, May, April. This is not a trend. What do we now do? How do we ensure that this is a trend? This start from January to December. That is why I did not use date. I want us to learn something new here. When you have something like this, what you do is you go back to table view. Go back to table view. Now we select where do we have the date? Calendar column. Calendar column. This is the data. This is the column that is giving us issue this month. This is the column, right? Now we will now let's expand this. We want to sort this column. We want to sort this column from January to December, right? In Excel, we create custom list. If you remember, we created a new custom list like January to December. But here you can create that. But that is the reason why we also created this column. Remember, we created month and the month name. This month starts from 1 to 12. We have 1 to 12 in this column, where each of the number represents the month at the position of the month. First month, second month, up to the last one. Now, in this case, we click on this column. We want to sort it. We want to sort it based on another column. You come here, you can see sort option here. You can sort by. Click on sort by, then you select month. You want to sort it by what? By the month number. Click on month number, and it's already creating a sorting. So it will sort this column now based on this number. So you go to column 1, 2, 3 to the end. So let me go back to the report view now and refresh. Let's refresh this. Oh, it's refreshing the entire column. Okay, correct. Let's wait a bit. Okay, it's like it doesn't work that way. No problem. What we'll do is just remove the month name and bring it back. Now, as we bring it back, you can see that now we now have it January to December. Even though you can see the relationship between them, the sales went up as our quantity sold increases. But here, this month define the entire thing. In this month, we have more sales and we have very little quantity sold. While here, we also have more quantity sold, almost like what we sold there, but we have relatively sold. So, which means that the sales we made towards the end of the year comes down. Perhaps because we have only 2 years. We have 2 years between January to June, and the third year is just like a half year, possibly. Let's assume that. I think that's the reason why our sales come down, not because of the seasonality of the product, but because the sales in 2023 has not was you are there's no sales for this period 2023. I think that could be the reason why. Okay, so if you want to check this, you can let me see. Let's go to this. 2015. Let's check 2015. See after this page. Okay. Let's insert in this small slide. The analysis you can see this is of a slider. It helps us to dig down. Instead of looking at it as just look at it like that, we have to end up drilling down to see what is happening. We have 2016. This is 2016 and 17. Let's look at 2 years. This is 2015 sales. So in 2015, we have the sales went down towards the end of the year, really. So let's check 2016. 2016 again. In 2016, the sales pick up around July. It means the business has been doing bad from the middle of 2015 up to the middle of 2016. And currently we have 2017. Let's see. 2016, it's 2017. The sales still started going up. So it means that you can see that the slicer help us to dive deeper or to dig deeper into the real issue that is happening here. So instead of doing assumption, we're able to slice them using the slicer. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's move to another thing. Okay, do this. Format this later. Okay, so let's talk about this funnel chart. We use funnel chart when we have in the in the situation whereby you run an advert and you have like let's say 20,000 people clicked on your advert. But out of the people, how many people register for the product? Let's say 10,000 registered, or let's say 10,000 open the file or open the website. 10,000 opened the website, 10,000 registered or sign up. At the end of the day, 1,000 only make purchase. It's a funnel. So that is what we use funnel chart for. If funnel chart where you have number of people who registered, number of people who sign up, number of people who make the first contact or they make first call, and number of people who this one will show you how they move from each category will represent each of these bar. Is that clear?
Yeah.
In this our sales this thing we don't have any information like that. If you just do anything now, it's just if you just this is how it's going to look like something like this. It's good like this, but this is not exactly this is not what card filter um bar work for. You get me? This one is just category. It's just using like bar chart. But like I think you understand what I mean by the funnel chart. Funnel
Yes,
chart
I do.
is used for how many people maybe how many students enter GS1 or GS3, how many left, how many did work and how many passed. So you can see how your school is how the number of students keep going or coming down.
Yeah.
So that is what that does. So okay. Then let's look at this is a scatter plot. Scatter plot is used to check relationship between things. Like what I did here. You also use numbers. Want to see relationship between these. Let's say assuming like I did earlier, the number of quantities sold does it affect number of sales that we made? Relatively, when we build down with them, I think we can see that some of them is a bit there is correlation between them. But when let's say we have a marketing budget of 20,000 in a month, and we make a sales of 500,000. Second month, we have a budget of 45,000 and we have the sales of 800,000. The third month, we increase our budget and our sales increase. How are we sure that the number of sales we make is as a result of the number of amount we spend on budgeting? That is what Catapult is all about. If you look at this, we have where quantity sold. This is where quantity sold means the total sales. The total sales, comma, quantity sold. We have total sales 24 million and quantity sold of what? 84,000. Now, let's now see that. Let's see that extra axis. Let's see them by month. Let's see them by month. Month. So you can see that in this month we have when we have low budget, when we have low quantity sold, we have 2,000 sold, and we made losses of say 1.3 million. And here, so it means that The more quantity we sold, the more sales we make. That's just the simple explanation on scatter plot. I see that when this one go up to this side, this one will go up along this line, just like the graph we used to do in secondary school. So the higher this go, the higher this also increase. Assuming this one went here, means that this one was when this one was even up, this one was very low. So it is used to check the correlation between two variables. Exactly. Want to see? Want to see? Does
Yes,
it affect increase in this? Does it affect increase in this? That is what we use that for. Then let's move to map chart. Map chart. Remember, we have created something here. Okay. Now, before we go to um, map chart, that will take me to what is called hierarchy. Hierarchy. That's what is called hierarchy in data analysis and in Power BI also. For example, we all know that region is under country, country is under continent. In a simple term, state is under country, country is under what? Under continent. So we can say that we know that is how they work. Now we want to create. If you remember when I brought in my date earlier here, there was a hierarchy that automatically has been created. Let me say this is a hierarchy to show that there is level under that total sales, under the month, the year, we have quarter, we have this, and we have days. So which means that you can drill down up to the last one, right? So that is how that works. Oh, sorry, this is okay. Let me clear that. Look at here already. Okay, this is it. This is it. You can see the hierarchy going down. You can see up to the last one, which is the daily sales. The same thing with there's no your background. Can you mute, please? Okay, thank you. Now let's click on this now. Total quantity sold. So I'm going to do this. When we do this, I want to create a hierarchy. How do we do that? We right click on this and click on create hierarchy. You can see option called create hierarchy, and it will create a continent hierarchy for me. Because I click on continent, now I can come to country, click on country and click on add to hierarchy. And you select which hierarchy you are adding. If you have more than one hierarchy, you select which hierarchy you are adding to. Now you will see that when you expand it, you now see country under what? Under country. Can also come here. I click on this and also add to hierarchy, add to content hierarchy, and you can see the under hierarchy. So which means that now we now have four columns there. You know, you see that we have this, we have continent, and we have continent hierarchy. Assuming we have the product category and the category in the same table, we cannot create a cross table. But assuming we have them in the same table, we can also create a hierarchy. Where we know that product is under category, and the category is under what? Under category table or columns rather. So let me I want to create a map chart and I want to use this hierarchy. Let's bring in this. Sometimes the map chart can be somewhat funny. Thanks, but it works. Okay, it works around. So this is a map chart. Now I want to analyze my total sales from here. Just my total sales. So this what you will see is that the the color, the deeper it comes, will represent the number of sales made. So all this deeper area is where we have more sales. We have sales here. We have this. So that is how this works. But let's look at this map chart. So here, this I think this works more. This one gives us number of sales we make from each of these. But you can see it's like it's not working. Everything is 24,000, 4 million. Same, they are same sizes. America and the Europe. It's like there's no relationship between our sales and the territory. Total sales and territory are not. Let's go and check the relationship between them. The territory and sales. These are territory table. You can see that it's not linked up with anything. That is the reason whenever you do the visual and you get the same result, I see 24,000, 24 million, 24 million. It means that there's no relationship between the two tables. Or at times the relationship, but maybe let's say the here might be that in this place territory key is text, and in this case territory key is a number. You get the same result. Are you getting me now? If territory key here is a text, and territory here is not is a number, you're going to get the same thing. You will get the same result, just like we don't have a relationship between them. So I'm going to drag this now over. I'm going to drag this over territory key. So to create that relationship between them. Now let me go back to my visual. Let me remove this hierarchy and then bring it back. Okay, that's it. That's it. Fine. You get me the same thing. That should not be. Hold on. You know, I prepared already. One to relationship. Then you shouldn't have the same result. Okay. Let's look at it. Let's go down. Change the same continent. Let's go down to state, to country and see. From country perspective. Okay, so if it's working, I did all in the state. They're not using new continent now. It should work with continent too. So you can see the sizes represent the number of cells made from each of the countries. So the bigger the size, the bigger cells they make from that country. The region to region, the region is not directly attached to the country. So let's just ignore that. Let's ignore that. We can remove it. But let's look at the continent again. Continent should also have good itself. Okay, 7 million, 9 million, and 7 million. So I think the sales is actually close to each other. That's why we have it just like that. Exactly. That's the max chart. So if you view it from this perspective, from here now, you can see the deeper it becomes, the more sales we make from that place. But because the numbers are very close to each other, so the blue is the people they are looking alike. Okay, so let's use this map chart for more clarity. Then we move to matrix. Matrix table. You can see it. It has a column. It has a row. It has a column. It has a row. So it's like when you want to spread something, you want to spread the number, and want to see them, you want to see the real number instead of using the map, the line chart or whatever. You want to see what each number holds there. Let's pick number of products that we have. Product category, products itself. Let's pick the product name. It's going to be a very long list. You know, number of sales in it. And let's bring total of sales, the column. See number of sales, total sales we made, all this, the last one. And you can also look at the number, the total quantity sold, divided by 5. So you can see. So this will give us opportunity of viewing the real number behind the visual. This is a real number. I want to view the number. And I also format this by, do you have anything to add again? Let's say we want to, okay, Okay, let me bring another cells again. Bring another cells before this quantity. Now, this time around, this second cells, I can say from here, you can see that each of these value you have, you can always change some things there. And remove it, rename the feature. Rename for this, you can rename it for this feature only, you can move it. And then, but what I want to do is I want to show the value. I can add conditional formatting to it with this particular data I just taken. But what I'm doing now is want to show the value as a percentage of grand total. So you can see the percentage of contribution of each of these products. So the total sales. So I click on this top to sort this column in descending order. So here we have 4.8 contributed about 4.9% of the total sales. Is that clear? You can see that now you can
Yes, it's clear.
scroll down. So that's just the way uh, matrix works. So I want to bring it down. I will duplicate it. I want to use it for something. I want to see the top five products and the worst five products. Everything enough. So what to do this is the top five cells and the worst five cells. Let me select this, Control C and Control V. So we have both side by side. Like the quantity sold will not be needed. Yeah, let me remove it. So we can that's how to compare to um okay. And here I remove quantity sold. What's happening here? Okay, sorry. Filter is up. The filter here is applied. You click on this. I want to remove total. Go back here. This sold. Remove from both. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the sales and the percentage of sales only. So just like this, we also have table also. We have table. Table is just like slider, but you can see that it doesn't have the row. It doesn't have row. It only has column. Now, what this does is that you can bring in our sales, the number, and we can now spread it. Let's want to spread it like let's bring in the education level, the education level as as a header. And I can also bring in. Let's look at so it will. I see that it just creating columns for each of these headings. Let me remove this here. Columns, different columns. Let me remove. Let me take this off. Take this now. Let me computer context so and know customers too. So, so you can see that it works like matrix, but on the matrix we have column and row. But in this case, we only have what columns. You can have as many columns as possible, and their formatting are not always the same. Also, the formatting of both of them are not the same. Okay, so I think of let's stop here on the visuals. Let's talk on the visuals here. All these other ones, we're going to talk about them also. So this we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can get them from the optimize also. have them, where you have them on the or view. But okay, we have some of them here. I think in the first class, I talked about question and answer. In the first class, we talked about question and answer. Okay, before we go to that, let's quickly work on this data here. We want to add data to this table. We want to see the best 5 performing products. I will come under the filter. I will pick on filter under this what? Under this visual. The filter on this visual only. And I want to filter what? The top 5 products. I'm going to use the product name. And I will not use the basic filtering. Basic filtering is just to select them. But I want the top N. And the top N is top what? Top 5. By what? Top 5 by what? By total sales. This one is sales only. I want to use the sales to calculate the top 5 sales. Then we click on apply filter. So you can see our top 5 sales here, top 5 products. You can make it 10 if you want to make it 10, depending on the number you want to set in. See your top 10 products. You apply what? Apply the filter. Let's pick the second one. And here we're going to use the same thing approach here. We're going to use by product name. We're going to pick the top and this time around we need the bottom. So we change this to bottom. The worst 5 sales or worst 10 products. So we have the top 10 products. Oh, I've not applied the filter. Top 10. Change the bottom 10 by what? By total sales. By which value? By total sales. Add the value here. Then you apply a filter. So you can see the top 10 products and the worst 10, the bottom 10 products. Based on what? The number of sales. So I sort this from ascending, sort this in the descending order. So from 30% of this total sales of this one are 18,000. So this is based on 1,000. So you can see that where we make 1.2 million here, we can look 4,000. Okay, so let me just copy a format here and see how far the format can go. Let me copy this format. Reduce our level of formatting. I'm going to take this top this and copy the format. Let me use it and see if it works. If it works to some extent, copy the same. Copy the same format painter and place on this. This is how I will go. Okay, this does not have header. Okay, we'll have to format this separate and let's see if it can have any effect on them. On the map chart also. Okay, we have that. Unit format printer and then place it on the page. No defect, there's no we are seeing on this one also. Okay, so I think we have all this ready. Let's quickly move into other areas that we can also be interested in learning. Let me move to sheet 3. Please send one now. Oh, we sent 1 hour plus. Let me stop the recording.